Breaking. Al B. Sure has just recently gone on Good Day New York and has dropped some serious truth bombs and allegations with regards to Diddy. Now, you know this trial has begun and things have gotten crazy, hot, spicy, juicy, and we gonna get into it. Let's take a look. Hello, and thank you so much for joining me today on the Community Ledger. Again, my name is Andrea Banu, and like I said above the intro, we have got to get into it. It was just, I think it was 2 days ago that Al B. Sure went on Good Day New York and really just let it all hang out with regard to his allegations against Diddy. Now, prior to this moment, he has been speculating that a lot of his health issues have come from, Diddy, but he ain't really say it. But today he went ahead and put it all out. And the trial just started. They got the jury. Today was the first day of opening statements as well as testimony, and it is getting crazy. But I gotta show you this I'll Be Sure video. Now I'm gonna go ahead and apologize in advance. I pray that I can get this together. My technology is tripping as of late. And I've been on this side and that side and looking over here and looking over there. I don't know what's going on, but I promise you I'm going to get it together. So let's go ahead and jump into this video so we could talk about this Al B. Sure situation.
Our next guest was a New Jack Swing superstar in the 80s. Now, Al B. Sure is using his second chance at life to fight for health equity.
After surviving a coma and liver transplant, he's an advocate pushing for real healthcare change. He's also exposing shocking truths about the music industry and recording artist Diddy in his upcoming tell-all, Do You Believe Me Now? It comes out this fall. Al B. Sure, though, is joining us this morning. Good to see you.
So good to see you.
You look good. You feeling good?
I am so blessed. We woke up this morning. We don't call it a comeback like LL says, right? This is updating my software. And I'm truly grateful to be here. And Roseanne.
Al, the last time you were here, you could barely walk up the step to sit down here. Barely.
You were my first interview with Cristal, right?
Yes.
When I was released from the hospital, and it was just, what an amazing journey it's been. I figure that when you get lemons, make Arnold Palmer.
So what are you doing now? How are you getting the word out?
Well, it's been an amazing journey. I get the call from my co-founder, Ms. Rachel Nordlinger. We started the Health Equity and Transplantation Coalition, and we are advocating in Congress, fighting for equal access to quality health care, just focused, and my focus, obviously, standing in Congress and speaking in front of Congress, I've made it very clear. I am not here for the politics. I'm not here for the next election. I'm simply here to save lives of transplant patients. So, so there's a focus there. We've had some success in Congress related to having people come across the aisle, because I made that clear. So this is a real life mission. There's no marketing in my life. Roseanne, this is the best time of my life.
You look good.
This is not, there's no hustle, there's no marketing, I'm living my truth, and it's time.
So you were in that coma in 2022. You had the liver transplant, you had the tracheotomy, all that stuff that went on.
Multi-system organ failure.
Yeah.
Wow. 60.
Have they figured out what happened yet?
We will.
No, I mean, have the doctors medically, what happened to you?
Yeah,
because you just collapsed, right?
Yeah, so, just mysteriously out of the blue, which we do talk about in the book.
Yes,
what that,
I want to get into that.
What that process is. But so it's been quite a journey. And as I said, even as it relates to writing the book, I went through almost, more than a decade of being scrutinized and clowned by law enforcement, them telling me, you need some help. Sex trafficking, really? What's wrong with you? No way, but not realizing that they were also working for the situation.
Because you were hinting, saying,
posting, I get calls, take it down or else, so on and so forth.
But this is about Diddy, so let's be clear for everybody that doesn't know.
Diddy, who's about to, his trial's about to start. Yeah,
yes.
Like you see, he jumped right into it. He was like, He jumped right into, I've been talking about this for years, the trafficking. I've gone to police. I've been told that I need to seek counseling, and they were on Diddy's side. So he's letting it out. Like, I'm blaming Diddy.
Electing a
But you
jury.
were on this train years ago.
Yes, many, many years ago, I posted some information that was, basically trying to save my life. And thank goodness to my ex, the wonderful Kim Porter, the late Kim Porter, who, kind of warned me all along the way to, just kind of watch your back, so on and so forth. And I didn't understand why.
Because of Diddy.
Wow.
Basically.
Do you believe that she died of pneumonia?
Absolutely not.
Why? What evidence do you have?
She was in the best of health. We just saw each other prior to her passing. We were actually celebrating our son's new Netflix Christmas special, and she was doing just fine. In fact, we were all at the event together at Netflix in the lobby. Sean, myself, the children, all having a great time, and I'm, grabbing Sean like, what? And she's in the back going, stop, So it was a really festive opportunity just for all of us to be together, because it's nothing like the circus that's out here. So it was a lot of the stuff, came to surprise, but a lot of the stuff will be revealed and that's why I thought it would be a good idea to finally tell my story. Every network came to me, participate in so and so, but I said, listen, I have no interest in speaking about another man.
But you are in the book.
Yeah, right. But this, I will speak about where our paths cross and what's most relevant, and something I've been trying to say for many, many years. And unfortunately, Roseanne, even with Sean being incarcerated, that's not a celebration. There's no celebration in it. First and foremost, there's way too much collateral damage in many, many ways. Many people's lives are affected. And in fact, a genre of music that I grew up in is ruined right now.
You blaming Diddy for that?
I'm blaming this entire industry and the way it's gone. And, there's no one person that's in charge, but this level and this magnitude of a story, of detriment, of diabolical, just heinous, whatever's really going on, it's unfortunate.
Is Diddy suing you or threatening to sue you?
No.
No?
I have the truth.
But one thing is, you have volunteered to testify at the trial, correct?
Not as of yet. Actually, I was subpoenaed.
Okay.
So my attorneys worked something out. So I believe when the time is right, I'm going to discuss it with my attorneys.
But you're willing to?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, I am. And again, there's no, like I said, this is not marketing for me. I'm living this life. And
So
the
let me
only
ask-
reason I wanted to tell the story, Kurt, was very specifically because I was ignored. There was the most expensive PR campaign against me to shut me down. If you actually knew what they did to me, there was a bounty on my head. There was a bunch of stuff.
So do you think specifically then that Sean Diddy Combs or people affiliated with him did something to you that caused you to have multi-organ failure?
I believe this to be the case, yes. Absolutely.
Wow.
My first time saying it.
Are you concerned that he still has power outside of incarceration?
Remember, I'm the only one who spoke up, and I'm the only one left alive. So this is not about a scared thing.
That part is crazy. He's the only one alive. Remember, Jaguar Wright spoke about this, because remember, everybody from Uptown, it was Al B. Sure, Puff, Kim Porter, Andre Harrell, and Heavy D. Everybody's gone except Al B. Sure. And according to what he's insinuating and speculating, he was on his way out. He is literally stating that Diddy and some people close to him tried to take him out. That is what he's stating. He the only one alive, and he was on his way out. Complete organ failure. This is crazy. This is crazy.
It's just time to reveal the truth. I mean, it is what it is. I went through many, many years of scrutiny and being dragged face first on the concrete, being called delusional and things of that nature. When I said sex trafficking and all the things that I said, because my job was not, listen, I don't want to take down your business if that's what you're doing. Just stay out of my backyard. Stay out of what I'm doing. I'm focused. How did we start this, Kirk, from Mount Vernon, writing love songs, to a case, arguably bigger than OJ, in 2025. It doesn't make any sense. We're not supposed to be here. Like I said, there's no celebration in any of this.
Do you feel because you're not supposed to be here, that gives you the freedom to talk now? Because you survived?
Yes, I believe so. I believe so. Listen, my faith serves me so well. I'm in prayer every single day, multiple times a day, just saying, just let's get this right. And when you think about it, for me, I don't even wish him harm. I don't wish him, I don't want to be here. I would love for us to all be, riding in the sunset. We sold millions of records. We've affected the culture. We celebrated our genre of music that we came from, hip hop. This is supposed to be a celebration. This shouldn't be a national court case. So there's no anger with me. I don't produce anger, jealousy. That just doesn't come from me.
Listen, I can't wait to read the new memoir. It's called Do You Believe Me Now? It's out September 9th. But in the meantime, if people want to know more about transplants and organ donation, they can go to transplantsforall.com.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're doing such amazing work. Live On New York, we're partnering with transplant organizations who are really doing the work on the ground. We have some interesting meetings. It's like, this has been such a godsend as it relates to, this is why I'm not angry at any individual. That's why we're here now. And I'm here to celebrate. I'm going to celebrate properly. And, right now, the industry is corny. We need a reset. So this is the time for the great reset.
Keep turning those.
Wow, wow, wow. I'm going to stop it right there. That was deep. That was deep. Even at the end where he's talking about, like he told Diddy, or it sounded like he told Diddy, like, look, if this is your business, that's fine. Just keep it out of my backyard. So it sounds like this whole trafficking thing is like for real. Like, it's deeper than this whole, you had some ex-workers fly out, service you for a weekend, go home. This looked like, the way he's putting it is, this is like an organized side hustle for Diddy. And he went to the police and he was laughed at and brushed aside, and these cops were working for Diddy. He was like, listen, if that's what you're doing, I don't want to interfere. Just don't let it spill over into what I got going on. And then he ended up in a coma, damn near dead. Like, that's wild. And as you know, this case just started today. Like, they already got the jury selection. They did opening statements today. I think this morning they spoke to one of the security guards that was originally at that hotel from that video that we saw of Diddy, manhandling Cassie in that hotel. So they spoke to him this morning, and Cassie's supposed to testify also. And you hear Albie Shore said if they call him, he may testify also. I'm telling you, I think this thing is going to be wild. I think there's so much more that's going to be uncovered that we can't even comprehend. And it's going to be something. It's going to be one of those situations where you get your popcorn, you get your snack, you take your potty breaks when the judge does, so that you don't miss nothing. Okay, I'm gonna be glued to the television these next few days, and I'm gonna come break it down for you so we can go through all of the juicy bits together, because I've been following this case from the very beginning. I mean, I've been in it. Like, I read that case, that claim, that lawsuit that Cassie put out from top to bottom. I read all of it. I listened to Sloan Bella, the psychic, that was going in and talking about, I was deep diving into all of it. So I could not wait till this case started, so that I could really, because it's gonna be juicy. Like, it's gonna be some serious entertainment. And I hate to say it's entertainment, because at the end of the day, this is someone's life. I don't want to take that. I don't want to make it minimize it to just being something that we all kind of just watch and salivate over, because people's lives have really been affected, and some people may have lost their lives surrounding this man, allegedly. So listen, like I said, it's gonna be something. Like, this is gonna be bigger than OJ. This is going to be deep. So, nonetheless, what is your opinion? How are you feeling about Al B. Sure for the first time announcing on television that he is holding Diddy responsible for being in a coma, for him almost dying, for him having to get it like a liver transplant, like kidney transplant. I can't remember which one he said, but he had to have some organs replaced behind this madness. So, oh my God, what is your opinion of his desire to just, you know what, go ahead and put it out there and say, listen, it's a reset, it's a changing of the guards. These things need to be revealed, and that he is ready to testify, tell his story. He's written a new book, and it's gonna get deep. It's gonna get real deep. But what say you? What is your opinion? I want to hear, how you feel about this case, how you feel about, Al B. Shore's revelation. Let's continue the conversation in the comments. Again, my name is Andrea Banu. If you have not already, please do go ahead, share, like, and subscribe. And until next time, this is the Community Ledger. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and watch the next video by clicking right here.